Hello everyone. Today's video is a very special one for me. It's been my long-term pet project on how to make this ethnic cow head from a comfort bottle. It took me multiple tries to get the shape and design right, and I really hope you enjoyed this DIY. I used old packaging material, aluminum foil, glue gun, mold it, white cement, Fevicol, disposable cup, masking tape, cello tape, acrylic colors, and of course, comfort bottle. First, I thoroughly cleaned the bottle and removed the wrapper. To add volume to the cow head and get the shape that I desired, I used old packaging material like I've shown here. I used glue gun to stick them onto the surface. You can also use old newspapers or aluminium foil in this step, in case you don't have old packaging material. You can now clearly see the lower part of the cow head taking shape. To keep them intact, I use masking tape. You can also use cello tape for this. Now that I'm happy with the shape, I'm removing the part where the cap is. This is to ensure that I can open and close the bottle as and when required. Do drop in your comments on why you think I'm keeping this bottle openable. Continue to shape the cow head as we've seen before. Also, do ensure that the mouth of the openings are also correctly done. This will ensure that you get a good finish. As I had mentioned, you can also use aluminium foil or old newspapers instead of old packaging material. Similarly, create the top part of the cow head. Ensure that there's extra packaging material at the place where the forehead is to give a good 3D effect. Next, for making the cow's ears, I'm using disposable paper cups. I know it's a little unconventional, but after a lot of experiments, I saw that this was giving me the best shape with minimal effort. I made a small cut and superimposed the layers to get a slightly more curved finish. I'm using masking tape to cover all the edges of the cup. This makes it easy to apply a uniform layer of clay. Next, for reinforcement and adding strength to the structure, I'm making a paste out of white cement, white glue and water. I'm mixing it in such a way that there are no lumps and applying a thin coat of this paste on both the pieces of the bottle we've created till now. Allow this to completely dry and then use a sandpaper to smoothen the surface. Alternatively, you can also use molded clay to cover the entire surface of the cow head. In my case, I used one layer of white cement and on top of it one thin layer of molded. I just found that using both the techniques added more strength to the structure and made it more durable. While working with molded clay, make sure that you dust your hands with talcum powder or coconut oil. Once the surface is covered, I rub talcum powder using my fingers as shown here. This ensures that we get a smooth surface and any gaps or joints that were explicitly seen can be flattened out. Next, I use 1/2 of a stirrer and attach it to the ear at a slight angle. I then cover the surface with molded. I'm adding a few layers of clay here, but also ensuring that the curvature of the ear is maintained. For finishing touches, I added one thin strand of clay to the top of the ear to accentuate and highlight the concaveness of the surface. Next, it was time to add a few embellishments to the cow head. I created a few using molded clay itself and attached them. I used Fevicol to stick a few Kundan stones along the edge of these embellishments. I also created a few simple designs using Kundan stones. These will look amazing when colored. Next, it was time to attach both the ears to the cow head. Keep the ears on a slightly raised platform while attaching. I used the same technique to create the horns. I used aluminium foil and old packaging tape and used masking tape to create the shape that I desired. I then covered them with molded as well. To stick them to the surface, I used glue gun. Make sure you use copious amounts of glue and stick it properly. Then I added one layer of primer. You can also use white acrylic paint for this. At this point, I felt that the horn could be embellished a little more, so I added a few more layers. This is when I realized that I had rolled out a lot more clay than I needed, so I just added a few more embellishments. Well, why not? I then made a sample stencil for the eye and used that to trace out the shape on both sides. Now it was time to color. I opted for bright crimson for the body of the cow head because it would really pop against the cream color of my wall and also against greenery in case I decide to use that in my balcony. For the embellishments, I opted for a dual tone. I really love how this turned out. What do you think? I used black acrylic colors to outline the embellishments, and then I realized I probably could use a touch of gold as well. Next, I used the back of a toothpick to make dots across the surface. Using dots for designing may feel very simple and rudimentary, but when used right, they can actually make such a difference. And this is how it looks. Do apply one layer of Mod Podge for shine and longevity. Make a hole at the back for hanging. You can drill the hole initially as well. I had just forgotten to do it before I started the project, so I'm doing it at the end. Hope you enjoyed this DIY. Please let me know in the comments below what you thought about it. And do like, share, comment and subscribe to my channel. For more updates, you can also follow me on Instagram. The handle's @the Rajamata's Royal Art. Thanks a lot for watching. Stay safe, stay healthy.